Hello guys, in this video I will be coloring the root of my wig. I want it to be a little bit lighter. I already colored it, but as you guys can see, I'm just going to lift the root just a little bit to give it a different look. I'm just going to, before we start, show you how I pin up my hair with my gator clip. That's a bit crazy, so just gonna take it, put it here. I'm just wrapping around to get the hair out of the way. And then we're gonna start mixing our bleach. I'm just gonna start from the back. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add it to the roots. And then when I finish all of this section, I'm gonna put it on the ends, then move to the next section. Okay, so let's go ahead and mix our bleach and our developer. Okay guys, so now we're mixing our bleach and our developer. I already did one side, so I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna be using 2 scoops of this because this is really thick. So if this is your first time and you're using the quick glue, you don't, if you're not bleaching your closure, you're not, you don't want to make it too thick. You put it on the hair, so I'm using 2 scoops, and then I use enough developer to make it thick where it's not gonna run, but not too thick. Since I'm not doing bleaching my closure, I'm bleaching the hair. So now I'm gonna just pour it here and start mixing with my little whisk. And I usually pour just a little bit first. Mix it, then if it needs more, then I'll go ahead and add more to it. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. See how it's still thick? It's very thick compared to here. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. Okay. And then mix that in. And I can still stand to add a little bit more. Let me show you. See, it's not thicker than the other side, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. And that should be good. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and just mix this out and start adding the bleach to our hair. Now you can see it's thick, but it's not as thick as it used to be. So let's go ahead and get started. Get started and ensure that I have my bag on here to protect my stand. That way I don't have to do much cleaning up of the mess. Once I'm finished, I won't have too much mess to clean up. So I'm just going to start adding the bleach to the hair. I'm gonna try and move as quick as possible, so may not be the neatest. The most important thing is to get the hair covered properly, so you want to have, so the hair will be processing, and you don't want to get the bleached up the parts of the hair that you're not ready to process it yet. That's the most important thing. I'm not a professional, but I've done a few color jobs, so I'm gonna take it down to here and then just run through. I'm just gonna quickly add it to the hair. I think I'm gonna do the sections bigger so I can go faster. Alright, for instance, I'm not ready for it to touch hairs yet, so I'm just gonna move that out my way. Go through section by section to ensure that it's covered. And oops, some touch right there, so I'm just gonna use my wet paper towel, wipe that off. That's all. I like to have my wet paper towel with me. So okay, so I'm just going to keep adding the dye to the root of the hair. And after I add it over the hair, I'm just going to go through section by section to ensure every part is covered by the dye. And then I'm going to take it to the ends. And I'm just going to keep repeating that process right through until I get to the top of the hair where my closure is. Also, I forgot to mention, don't mind my shirt. I'm wearing an old shirt because I'm coloring. Just keep in mind, if you're gonna do color, try to wear something old. That way you don't mess anything up. So I realized I was saying dye, not bleach, so pardon me. I have a hair that I was gonna dye right after. I also wanted to tell you guys about this mannequin head that I'm using. It's very good when you're doing color because it's very easy to get dye your color cleaned off. If I'm mixing colors as well, this is what I use. And it stains it sometimes for a little bit, but then as I use it over time, the stain goes away. And I got this mannequin head from Amazon. Okay, so for my beginners, you may want to time yourself if it's your first time coloring. When I just started out doing color, I used to time myself, and I used to give myself about 30 minutes depending on how light I want to lift my hair and how stubborn the hair is. For the most part, I used to get like a nice brown highlight on the ends of my hair when I gave it about 30 minutes or so. But for now, I just watch it to see when it gets to the color I want to achieve. Okay, so as I get to the top of the wig, you're gonna see me ensuring that I pin the closure up, and I don't want to get any color on until I've covered all the hair. And then I'm gonna leave the closure for the last thing to do, because the closure always takes to the color very fast. So I don't touch my closure until everything is covered, and then I always do that last. So for my beginners, or for instance, it's not really your first time, or you just you're not really used to coloring hair, you may wanna, if you're timing it, don't leave it and not check on it on a regular basis, because especially for your closure, sometimes depending on the closure, some hair really takes to the color quicker than others. So you want to watch it, because even though you're timing it, you can really tell by looking at the hair if it's getting too light for you, or if it's close to the color that you want to achieve. And for my beginners, it's better for you to rinse your hair and it's darker than the color you want to achieve, because you could just lift it one more time compared to leaving it on too long and then it's too light for you and not the color you want to achieve. To get it back to that color that you want to achieve may be a little bit more technical for beginner compared to just coloring the hair one more time to lift it to the color that you want, if I'm making sense. Okay. Okay, so now I'm ready to color my closure. I'm just gonna part it and add the color, and I'm ensuring that I'm adding the color to the root as well, directly to the root. That way my knots are not dark while the rest of the hair is brown. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat the same process on this side of my wig. I'm just going to part through the closure to ensure that I color the root and ensure that the root is properly covered with the bleach to ensure that I'm not leaving my knots black. Okay, and then once I cover the closure, I'm just going to go through the hair just to ensure everything is covered. Then I'm just going to keep an eye on the root of the hair as well as my highlights to see when it's lifted to the color that I want to achieve. Then I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hair. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope it was helpful for you. I know it was not in-depth tutorial, but I just wanted to share me just changing up the roots of my hair a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay guys, so this is the finished look after coloring, and I'll show you that the roots are no longer black, but it's like a dark brown. Okay, and then the bang as well as parts of the hair and the ends are blonde because it had that color before. So if you have a hair that you're gonna dye to make the roots probably a little lighter, the part that where you have you're already brown, or so it's gonna give her a nicer a lighter highlight to the hair. Okay, and I will show you the shampoo and the mask that I use. I always get this. I try not to run out, but if I do, I've used the shimmer like before, but this one I purchased this from TJ Maxx is very good. I've been using this, and this is the mask that I use. Also, Marshalls and TJ Maxx sell it, but I mostly get it from, this is the mask. It smells so good. And it says to leave it on for like a few minutes, like 2 to 3 minutes, but usually I leave, when I'm doing my color, I leave it on for longer than that. I usually leave it for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, depending if I'm busy. I just leave it there, and when I'm finished I just rinse it, because it does help with the hair not having a brassy tone. And I've never had issues since coloring hair with any brassiness, because I always leave my purple shampoo and conditioner on for a longer time and let it just sit there. Sometimes I tie it in a bag and let it sit for a few minutes, and then I rinse it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go move on to curling the hair, and then I'll show you guys how it looks afterwards. But I'm liking the results so far. So this is our hair after styling. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Thank you guys so much. Please remember to like, share, and hit the subscription button.